So I know we're going to be late today, but that's because I had an internet tech guy come up and try and fix some issues. But with that said, time and learning specifically, I think, is what's on my mind this morning. This afternoon, at least. Because how do you quantify learning what you want to within time? You know? So for just this comes on the heels of me going, I really should learn the main opening riff from Riot by 3 Days Grace. Now, I already play guitar. You know, I'd like to say I'm decently proficient at it. But I'm nowhere near like, you know, heavy metal or solos or anything like that. I can like play riffs over stuff, but I'm not great, right? But the real question, like I say I want to do that, you know, and I don't know if I actually want to do it because of the time it takes. Not because I don't want to learn it, but because of the time it actually takes to dedicate to the specific craft and sit down and learn the actual skill and like muscle memory and train the patterns and be able to translate that pattern and that muscle memory into something else, which is really what I want to do. Like I want to learn the solo so I can start learning other more complex solo stuff that has like up down patterns and stuff like that through tabs. But at the same time, you know, I have all this other stuff I'm doing. I want to like let me give you my average schedule that's been going on for the last like 2 weeks when I'm home at school, right? I get up around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I make breakfast. That lasts for about 30 minutes, right? So by 8 or 8:30, I'm starting to think about when I want to record for my podcast. Then I'm reading my little devotional book for about 15 minutes. Then I'm outlining what I want to talk about in my podcast, right? And then I start that. And it's always about 7 to 10, 15 minutes long, you know? These last couple ones have been shorter because I hit all of the big conversational topics that I really wanted to talk about, if that makes sense. And so now I'm like, okay, so I finished that, right? I finished that. That starts to render normally by about 12. Because I have to export it. Render's done by 12. Render and upload are done by 12-ish, if my internet's cooperating. Then if my internet's cooperating like it should be today, because I just had the tech out, start stream by about 12:30. Stream till about 5 or 6. 7 o'clock, I go make dinner, you know, 7, 8 o'clock, I make dinner. Then I network with friends and call people and just go around and hang out with friends, you know, like decompress-ish. Tonight that won't be because we'll be playing Siege all night with the guys, but you understand my point. So like, then after making dinner, I have to do errands, and then I do graphics design work for a friend that I'm trying to finish up, and or friends plural, learning new skills, then catching up with anime. And so really I have to decide between, in reference to this the whole time idea, is what's worth it later in the evening, you know? Because I don't want to sacrifice my downtime to just sit there and learn stuff right now. But I do, in my concept of in my head, like I really should learn that, but I don't want to do it right now. And so what I'm having to realize is that time is not, I want to say unilateral, but I feel like that's the wrong word. Because I'm trying to think of a time is not like a one-dimensional aspect of time, because like you can use time in different ways, you know? And I need to figure out how to best use my time in a bunch of different ways. And it's hard because I'm trying to maximize the amount of work I can do and the amount of stuff that I can learn and the amount of like growth I can fit into, you know, a couple hours. And of course, you know, I have stuff going on this coming 2 weeks. Like I'm going to GC and stuff, so I'm trying to maximize time and money right now to make sure I have enough to get down there and do everything, you know. So I'm ready to like breathe, you know. And I'm breathing, but I want to do more while I'm breathing. I want to sit down and learn that guitar solo. I want to sing, you know. I want enough money so I can start writing and recording music again, like for reals, you know, not just like over my mic that I'm using right now. And don't get me wrong, this is a really nice mic, but like I want to do more. And so learning takes time. And if you don't want to learn as bad as you want the other things in your life that take up that time, you're not going to do it. You know? And I'm trying to learn by taking time to take time to learn. And I know that sounds really backwards. But if you don't prioritize the learning in your life, I don't think you ever grow. And you just stagnate. And you end up doing whatever it is you're going to do with very little motivation. And you just, you know, live. And I don't want to just live. I don't want to just exist. You know? I was put on this earth for a purpose. And I'm ready to go as fast as I can and become the best that I can be in reference to that purpose. You know? Like, it's that simple, really. I really think it is that simple. Like, find out what you think your purpose is and run after it. And that requires learning. And realize that you're going to have to sacrifice time to learn. And if you're not prepared to sacrifice that time to learn, I don't think you're ready to learn. Because that means you just want all the benefits without any of the work or the process. And that's a shortcut way to like not be where you want to be. And to lose the things that you actually want. You know? It's not easy. I was talking to my brother, I think. And no, that's what it was. I was talking to Kelly. And it gets lonely up at the top when you're trying to learn to change the world and trying to be the best you can be and move beyond that which you think you are. Like, you got to work for it. And you got to take time and forfeit things to do it. Because not everybody else is. And the reason it gets lonely is because not everybody wants to do that. And that's okay. Some people are content working their 9 to 5 and like, you know, being the trash dude and so on and so forth. But you can do more outside of that. Like, you can be a dad. And that's great. And you can be a mentor. And you can be a coach. Or you can be an encourager. Like, you can volunteer. Like, you can do so much outside of your job. And you can also just make the things that you enjoy your job. Simply by hard work, you know? And you have to sacrifice things. And when nobody else is wanting to do what you're doing, or work to change the world and better yourself like you're doing, it's gonna get lonely. It's gonna get real lonely. You know? And that's okay. Because what you lack now, you'll get in spades later. By virtue of the fact that you put in the work. And you followed your calling. You know? Because you'll find the other world changers. And you all get together and have nice little parties. And you'll keep working and working and working to better yourself. And that's not a bad thing. Keep working. Sacrifice a little bit of time and some of the things that you want for the things that'll make it better later. Because you only got one shot at this whole thing called life. Make it the best one you have. Have a good one, guys.